Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have quite a few people tuning in tonight. Thanks for being here, folks. Before we introduce tonight's special guest, I'll just give a few more people some time to tune in. But just a quick welcome to Andrew, who's tuned in, Beck Carlson. We also have, who else? Bob's on the iPad. G'day, Bob. Clayton Lambo. G'day, Clayton. Thanks for being here, mate. Deb, Greg. Kerry Lee, looks like is it Katya has tuned in as well. Thanks for being here, Katya. Kerry Lee, I already said. Leanne Jansen, g'day, Leanne, you're always here. Great to have you again. Lily Pond, Lindy, Liz Nixon, Melanie Reeves. Hello, Melanie, always here on our call. So good to have you again. Randy is out there, Samantha, and Tanya Cans. G'day, Tanya. Long time no see. The Black is here. Oh, there's lots of people tuning in. It goes on and on. Vicky Ferguson, g'day, Vicky. Norma Lloyd, hello Norma, we haven't seen you before, probably new to the community. Reese Jones and Sarah there as well. So about 40 people tuning in here, folks. I'm sure the call will grow as time goes on, but our special guest tonight is Fiona Kaminski to talk all about gold and silver and an interesting platform that she's been working with. How are you? How are you, Fiona?
I'm awesome tonight. Thank you, Dave. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, there is a lot going on in the world. And, this whole great reset, this consolidation or attempted consolidation of all the wealth by the cabal, the deletes or elites, as some people call them, whatever you call them, this global mafia that's trying to rob the world. It's certainly creating a bit of, financial uncertainty, financial fear around the world. But we're going to be talking about gold and silver tonight. How long have you been involved with gold and silver for?
About 1.5 years now. Yep. And realized it was important to protect my wealth. So looked into it and found a great platform, which I'm sharing tonight.
Yeah, I've got a kilo of silver here actually. And funnily enough, I had to sell it to cover some of my legal expenses that are going on. And before we get started, this has obviously been recorded, and I just want to make this crystal clear to absolutely everyone in the call. And I need you to put a yes in the comments that you've heard this. This call is not financial advice. By attending this call, you are agreeing that this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please put a yes in the chat. We won't be going any further until you put a yes in the chat. It is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. However, with that out of the way, I am very intrigued to hear about what you're doing with gold and silver, Fiona. So you're going to share, what's the plan for tonight? We usually wrap up the call within an hour, so we've got till 9 p.m. Yep. So give us a bit of an overview of what we're going to cover tonight.
So basically, I've got a presentation that I'd like to step through. There's a couple of videos that explain things a little better than I can, and then open it up at the end to some questions. But also there's a little demonstration of a special digital wallet that I have already ready to go to show you all how it actually looks and how it works, because it really is a game changer and a world first for the people to help the people to rise.
I love it. I love it. And before we get actually into the whole program that you're working on, tell us a little bit, let us get to know you a little bit better. What's your background? How did you get into gold and silver during the great reset of all time?
Well, I was a social worker for the last 10 years. So working in foster care and started as a caseworker, and finally my last position was as a specialist program support manager. So I kind of worked my way up there. I'm good at finding solutions when there's problems. So when I lost my job due to the mandates, because I chose not to partake in the experimental vaccinations or injections, as we call them. So then I looked at how can I protect my wealth, and what's something else that I can do to generate and diversify an income. So I found 7K metals, and that's what I'm going to share with you tonight. But I also do vintage sales, and that's my other side business, and I think it's really important to diversify our income streams, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about tonight. But before I was a social worker, I was also a teacher, high school teacher and a TAFE teacher. So presenting comes naturally to me, and sharing information when it's important and helping people is something that I'm really passionate about. So yeah,
awesome. Look, I think this stuff is so important right now, and this is why I wanted to have you on, because the way they plan on screwing us is by sending everyone bankrupt. And when you're bankrupt, you have to accept crumbs, right? And there's a lot of people who are thriving right now with alternative platforms. I've seen a lot of them come and go. I've seen some of them absolutely thrive. I'm about to launch another one that I'm working on tomorrow night, actually, for those of you who are listening. But that's the plan here. Raise the cost of living, crush small and medium businesses, push up the interest rates, impoverish everyone and force them into accepting crumbs and living on their knees. And one of the biggest ways, there's two ways we fight back. I think the first way we fight back is by taking really good care of our health. But to take good care of your health takes money as well. You want to be able to walk into the health food shop and buy whatever you want, be able to nurture your temple, so to speak, without having to worry if you can actually even afford it, those sorts of things. So the health and wealth is what I really want to focus on the call tonight. So without any further rambling from me, we want to hear from you. Take it away, share screen, game on.
Great, here we go. So,
by the way, folks, please feel free to put your questions in the chat. If we don't get to them during the conversation, because I don't really want to interrupt Fiona too much, I will endeavour to get them answered for you, and the call will be up on the website, oneggs.com, as soon as we finish this as well. Over to you, Fiona.
Perfect. So thrive, with the power of gold and silver. And this is a way that through connection, growth, we can create abundance as a community. So I just wanted to talk briefly about some of the things that Dave just mentioned to do with the current Australian economic challenges, because everyone's noticed that we're actually have got inflation happening, and there's a risk of hyperinflation, which basically means that the value of the Australian dollar is falling because you can't buy as much with it. I know that, going to the supermarket now, my shopping bill has gone up so much just in the last 12 months. So that's certainly a problem that we need to try and combat. Also, just generally the higher cost of living, fuel, food, rents, interest rates. Oh my goodness, I think it's 9 or 10 interest rates that have gone up now. So there's definitely seems to be a plan to affect our ability to pay for things. And as Dave was saying, there's also potential supply chain issues due to Australia importing many of our goods. And with the stuff that's happening around the world right now, there is a risk that we might not be able to get some of the goods coming through those supply chains, and that then, of course, affects the cost of them. The last thing to mention is the central bank digital currencies, and I'm sure most people on this platform would be well aware of what those are. We know the RBA has been trialling them, and we know that if and when they bring it in, and it's likely inevitable, that means that the government can program the money. And so if you're relying on that one source of income as the central bank digital currency, then you're at risk of actually being controlled with where you can spend it and when you can spend it and what you can spend it on. So it's really important that we come up with alternative platforms and strategies to help us prepare for the rollout of the central bank digital currencies that they seem to be herding us towards. So these are my whys for sharing this platform. We have a platform to transfer wealth from the banks and corporations back to the people. And this is a platform where people can not only store their wealth in gold and silver, but also transact with one another outside of the banking system. So this counteracts those central bank digital currencies should we ever need to. We save our hard-earned fiat dollars, which are currently declining in value due to inflation, and we save them in precious metals, which will hold their value and likely increase over time. And we work together as a community to help bring people out of survival mode so that they can thrive. And finally, we leave a legacy for our children and families by stacking amazing silver coins. So I've just got the product disclaimer statement here for me as well.
Purchasing precious metals, bullion, coins, and/or collectibles involves risk. We strongly encourage you to exercise due diligence and properly educate yourself prior to purchasing precious metals. The information presented in 7K's Wealth Strategies is not to be considered tax or financial advice. We encourage you to seek appropriate professional advice regarding the tax and financial implications of buying, owning, or selling precious metals. The price and future value of precious metals is based on many factors, including but not limited to market and economic conditions. Past performance of precious metals is no guarantee of future performance or future value.
Yes, so I'm certainly not a financial advisor or tax expert, but I'm definitely excited about sharing this platform with you. So what are some of the solutions that I've identified to combat some of those Australian economic challenges? Firstly, hold and stack gold and silver, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. Solution 2, find an alternative transaction platform. The third solution, diversify your income streams. Fourthly, grow your own food. And I definitely have, I'm not a gardener, but my veggie garden is doing quite well. I've just done a recrop and I've got great spinach and corn and cucumbers. So definitely a good idea to do that. And lastly, connect with like-minded community. And I find that the people who jump on board with this really are like-minded and they recognize what's happening in the world, and we can all be there to support one another. So where do we start? With bullion, which is non-collectible gold and silver, which has proven to be a great protection against economic turmoil. And we do make it easy. But what I've done personally with the first solution here is purchase gold and silver bullion and stored it safely. So I've just gone up to the Gold Coast, which is my local retailer, purchased from there and got it stored very safely in my hand. That's for the bulk amount. I've also purchased some silver ounce coins and I'm storing them safely. So they're ones that are just worth the silver, that they're actually the weight of them, the ounce silver coin, and they're great for trading. Should they bring in this bail-in law and prevent us from being able to access our bank accounts and cash, then we've got some silver on hand to be able to trade with. So I've got a stash of those as well. And then lastly, save your fiat dollars in precious metals by purchasing coins regularly. And I'm going to talk more about how we can do that with this platform, because it's going to help us to hedge against inflation, because we're actually moving our dollars from the bank and into silver on a regular basis. So that leads me to solution 2, which is an alternative platform to be able to transact outside of the banking system. And this is called the Sound Money Wallet through 7K Metals. And basically with this wallet, we can transact in fractional amounts of gold and silver, and we store our savings in the Sound Money Wallet as precious metals so that it isn't affected by inflation. And I'm sharing this right at the beginning because some people may just want to actually join with this company just so that they can actually have access to this wallet, because it really is a great solution for us to transition through these financial changes. So it's 100% backed by physical industry. Gold and silver in gold.
Sorry, Fee, your audio has just gone a little bit funky as the video plays.
I think the sounds on the music's not what you can't hear the music.
Can hear the music a little bit. It's just sort of clashing with your speaking, but that's all good. It's just a bit muffly.
All right. Well, I'm going to demonstrate all of these great anyway. But yes, member to member transfer. Send gold, silver, and cash to each other when free. And you can have the gold and silver shipped to you at any time, like 4 days.
Maybe just mute the video as it plays so we can hear you, because we can't really hear either.
Oh, so you could actually hear the music.
We could hear a little bit of the music and a little bit of you muffled together.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Oh good. No, you've actually really got my attention. This looks great.
Okay, so I'm just going to share with you then a little demonstration of the wallet. And this is my personal wallet that I have opened here on the screen. So you can see I've got an asset balance there of 1,483. And this is in US dollars because it is a US based company. And I'm going to talk more about the company after I've demonstrated the wallet. But basically you can see here, there's 4 asset classes that you can purchase in precious metals. You've got silver eagles, gold eagles, silver bars, and gold bars. And then on the right-hand side over here, you've got your buying power. So this is basically your cash balance. So if I wanted to convert my cash and from my Australian bank account into silver or gold, I can simply click on buy or sell. And you can see here all of my transactions that have come through. You've got the buy price and the sell price here. This is all in US dollars, and these are silver eagles. So if you want to buy, you can buy even as little as $1 if you wanted. So if you've only got $20 to spare that particular week, then you can just put in $20, use your credit card, put in your CBC, and then that will automatically come into your silver. I'm not going to do it live tonight, but you can see there where it's green, that's where I've purchased some silver. If I want to ship it, I literally click on ship, and there it comes out to my home address.
So
And
you're
if I-
saying, sorry to interrupt. So you can, are you saying you can buy like a $20 piece of silver? No?
Yes, yes.
Really?
Yes, fractional amounts, as much as you can. You know, obviously you can't have $20 worth of silver shipped to you. You've got to have a full ounce to be able to ship it to you. But you can certainly just add to it all the time. And then once you've kind of accrued enough, then you can have it shipped to you if that's what you want to do.
Okay, so minimum shipping is 1 ounce.
Well, whatever it would, yes, would be, you know, the for this particular product. For the
Gotcha.
For the other one, that
the
100
silver
ounce
eagle.
silver bars, you'd actually have to have 100 ounce, you know, because that's obviously a big bar. Yeah.
Well, it's not that big. Like I think I still got the kilo here. I've got to deliver. It's not even that big for
There
a
you
kilo. So what's a kilo? A kilo could be like 35 ounces, I think. So yeah, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on. This is good.
Yeah. So then if I wanted to sell some and actually liquidate back to cash, I simply click on sell. I can put in whether it's $300 or however much I want to sell. I would click on sell. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't really want to. I'm accruing it. And then once I had sold that $300, it would come up here into buying power. So that would be $315. And then when I click on there, I can then withdraw funds. And that then goes, if I can then withdraw those $300, which obviously I don't have in there right now, but $300 would then go to my Pay Quicker account, which is linked to my 7K Visa card, which I can then go to any ATM that accepts Visa and withdraw out of the bank, the cash.
Okay, that was a good point. Can you just say that one more time?
Yeah. So if I want to sell the silver and liquidate to cash, I simply withdraw it into the Pay Quicker account, which is linked to this Visa card, which is a 7K Visa card. And then I can go to any ATM that accepts Visa, which is pretty much all of them, and withdraw that $300. Now, there are fees involved with that, of course, because the banks always charge us fees.
That's cool. So you can basically liquidate your precious metals and then purchase things in the economy. So you can use that card for shopping, goods, services, and cash withdrawals.
Yes, indeed you can. And I actually paid for my son's bike to get fixed with that not that long ago.
That's cool.
But I guess the thing to remember is that anything that's sitting in this buying power or in that Pay Quicker account is sitting in a US bank account. So it's not insured. So if the banks were to collapse, then that money is at risk. So you want to leave most of the money that you have in here in sound money in the asset, which is gold and silver, because then it's backed 1-to-1 with precious metals in a vault. And then also you can have it shipped to you at any time.
We have a question here from Randy the Troll. Can we buy jet skis with gold and silver?
If you've got enough money in your Pay Quicker account and they accept a Visa card, absolutely you can. And in fact, there's communities in the US that have actually bought and sold, like they bought a house through this, because you can also, as you can see here, send to your friends and family that are also members and have access to the wallet. And this is definitely free. So this is my beautiful dad. So I can actually send him, and cash, which is the buying power, or if I actually wanted to come back here and send him some US gold eagles, I can click on there and send to my dad there, even $1 worth of US gold eagles. So I'm going to do that, Dad.
$1 or $10?
So $10, that's $10 there, isn't it? So yep, send him $10.
So that's because he's a member as well.
That's right. So you need to actually be a member to have access to the wallet. And
okay, so say for instance, our support girl, if she's a member and she's helping out, and then I can actually just transfer straight to, and is there a delay on that?
No, not at all. Goes straight in there. Instant and no fees. And this is how we counteract the central bank digital currencies, because we can trade with one another. If someone wants to buy a product, someone wants to buy a vintage lamp from me, I would happily accept gold and silver directly from their Sound Money wallet into mine.
There's just a little question here, which I think is a pretty tough one to answer. But someone asked, being a US-based company, what if their government does a confiscation on gold as they've done in the past?
Look, who has a crystal ball around
Yeah,
how that would
exactly.
look? I don't know, but I know that they are, this company, as we grow our member base in Australia, they are planning on opening a vault here.
How,
And
how,
we're not that far off that.
how many members currently do you have in Australia, roughly?
I did have someone ask me that question, and I don't know the answer, but I know it's definitely in the hundreds. Yeah, and it's growing. Awareness is growing, and I think that people are seeing the solution and jumping on board. So that's and I'm so pleased to be sharing this platform here, because it really is a solution for us to rise, and for the people to really help each other and support each other.
Yeah, I agree. Do you mind if I keep jumping in with a couple of questions, or do you want to save them till the end? Oh, look, I'll ask this one. This is Tanya. She said, if the banks can get shut down and you can't access your money via the card, how would you then transact and access your precious metals?
You would get them shipped to your door, and the company does an audit every day, and they keep a paper ledger in case the internet goes down. So they would be able to ship any precious metals that you have in your wallet to you that way.
Nice, solid answer. What else? Someone else asked here. Hey Dave, can you ask what would happen if silver became more expensive than gold? Well, that would probably be a good problem to have, right? Because you'd have more, you'd have a lot more silver than gold.
Yeah. So these guys actually use dealer direct prices. So obviously they're just following the market, with what their pricing is. And as the market goes, prices go up. This is basically giving us dealer direct prices on these products. Yeah, precious metal products.
Cool. Okay, continue.
Right.
Captivating.
Well, I think that's pretty much sort of covers everything that you can do. Oh, the last thing to mention is, if you do decide to join as a member and share the platform, then your commissions get paid straight into here as well. So that would go into, and you'll see here in my transaction history that I recently did receive a commission of $250. So that goes into my buying power. I didn't need to withdraw that at that point. I decided to put it straight into Silver Eagles. So I just bought some Silver Eagles with that. Yeah.
And so there's like a referral plan. I'm guessing the only way you can join is by being invited.
Yeah, well, yes, because we send you a link, and then, that way, then, we're kind of building a community, an in-house economy, so that we're all connected to one another as well. So I'm going to go a little bit more into that when I come back to this presentation here.
Sure, please continue.
Awesome.
Riveting stuff.
Great, I'm glad.
Feel free to keep asking questions, guys. Obviously, I'm happy to jump in.
Yes.
Someone else said, if you have any deeper questions, Dave, I'm happy to answer. Oh, that's Cole. Cole's on the line as well. Okay, continue. Doing a great job, Fee.
Awesome, thank you. So this is the engine that gets you where you want to go. So you can fund it using your Australian bank account and just linking a debit or credit card there. Your commissions go in there as well. You can purchase your gold and silver in there. And also, if there's a coin drop, you can use that cash balance to actually purchase coins through the company from there as well. You get dealer direct prices, and then you can liquidate to cash using your 7K Visa card, or you can have your gold and silver shipped to you, and that's with the highest buyback price guaranteed. And then, of course, we've got that member-to-member transfer where we can send gold, silver, and cash to each other and combat those central bank digital currencies, which is an amazing part of the platform. Okay, so some people are just joining to be as a member to have access to the wallet. Other people are joining because they can see that they can diversify their income streams as well. So I'm going to just share a little bit more about how you can actually diversify your income stream by becoming a member of 7K Metals. Because we can earn commissions when we introduce others to also stack silver coins. So it's a win-win. Basically, we all stack silver on a regular basis, and we all hedge against inflation by storing our savings in precious metals, and then we can create an additional income stream as well as a legacy for our families, because we end up with a beautiful stash of coins in our safe. So it really is, if you can see the vision of everyone's actually buying silver or gold, that's there on the platform. We're all buying silver every month, and then we can all earn commissions as a direct sales model to actually earn an income from it as well. It really is a win-win. It's like a shared revenue. It's a shared revenue. And this is the company of the future in the way that I see that people can actually support one another to rise, rather than corporations getting all of the, profits from the sales of goods and having the CEOs and the higher level managers, etc., in this sort of model, we actually all benefit from, you know, the product that we're selling. And, you know, it's
Can I ask? Yeah, look, it's very well known. I love referral marketing, affiliate marketing, network marketing. I love it. I think there's so much leverage in this style of business. But where I would have the question, because this is a very unique one, let's say someone purchases from you as you're the referrer, you're the agent. Let's say I spend $1,000 on silver. Am I getting $1,000 worth of silver? And if I'm getting $1,000 worth of silver, where would the commission come from?
okay. So the silver in the Sound Money wallet is totally separate to what I'm about to share with you, which is about the collector coins, because
Okay.
the collector coins is where I guess the company is able to make more profit so that they can then share the profit.
Got you. That
with
makes
the
sense.
people. Yeah.
So that's because I was going to say that's where you have I guess a unique product that they're able to create a market or also a margin on.
Exactly. And then we all share in that profit margin.
Okay, now this makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Okay.
Okay. So before we get
Clever.
to that, I do want to share the company because 7K is, I think, a company of integrity. And they're a community of people on a mission to help each other create financial independence, preserve wealth, and create an exceptional life through good and bad economic times. And I know that there are a lot of companies out there that have ripped people off. There's a lot of scams going around. And it's really important that we have trust and believe in the company that we're actually putting our faith in, you know, in terms of buying their products and putting our money into a digital wallet like this. So I have full belief in this. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sharing the platform with you. I believe in this company. So I want to introduce you to the founders, who are Josh Anderson, Roger Ball, Richard Hanson, and Zach Davis. And they created this company back in 2016 with one goal in mind. They created 7K because they genuinely wanted to improve the lives of people around the world. And me being a social worker, when the vision dropped in for this, I could see this is a way that we can actually support people to get out of that survival mode and into thriving, because it's money that has us under its control, you know.
Totally.
And
Totally.
when we can actually escape that, you know, rat race, this is a way to do it, then, you know, so that's why my social worker is coming out in me and why I'm so passionate about sharing this platform.
Oh,
So
I couldn't agree with you more. That is the way they're planning to hold us in slavery.
exactly.
You know, is financially just about more than anything. So yeah, please continue.
Yeah, so this is just, I just want you to meet the founders with a short video so that you can see their integrity, and they really are truly here, and they've set this company up for the people to rise.
And there are so many people on this earth that need this company, who are poor, who have no hope, who are destitute, and we will work out a way of helping those people. So that's my long-term goal. That's my why. And we'll do that. We got the brain power. We got we have all the tools. We have a wonderful toolbox. It is full of wonderful tools. You give us a nut, we'll pull the tool out and we will turn it. And it's happening every day.
But the concept that Richard had to put this commission structure together, I think was genius in the fact that as we built the rank advancement systems and the way that you actually moved up and you could earn money, is you couldn't leave people behind. You had to have other people become successful in order for you to become successful. You couldn't just walk away and become this high dollar earner and leave everybody else out there. You needed other people to be able to move with you, and they needed to be able to move up and earn money as you earn money. And so it really was a rising tide raises all boats, right? It wasn't this ego-driven commission structure where one person could make a lot of money. And that's a really big deal in this industry, right? That's how a lot of times it gets promoted. And the fact of the matter is we don't have to promote it on the commission structure because the product is so dang good. People come in to get the product, they end up earning a little money and find out that they can help other people do it. And then pretty quick, they're moving up through the rank advancements and they're bringing other people along, and it's really people helping people.
7K Metals has the greatest people in this industry, people of integrity, people with work ethics, people of character, family values. I see how people help one another. work together. It's just the greatest team of people I've ever seen in my 40 years. And so my thumbs are up to you, the greatest in the industry. Our success is because of you out there in the field, morning, noon, and night, in the trenches. Your sleeves are rolled up. You've got your perspiration on your forehead. You're in the marketplace. You're a product of the product. You're talking to people at opportune moments, but you're doing it loving one another and caring about one another.
And in that perspective, I was recently on a call with a company that every one of us uses every day in the entire globe. And when you have their CEO say to you, wow, you guys are doing something that the entire world will use one day, it makes you stop and pause. It makes you reflect back on the last 5.5 years and realize that from these humble beginnings, from these humble ideas, we really have changed the world. But we're just getting started. When they say to us things like, wow, you might actually wipe out poverty in some of these nations, it's a pretty powerful thing. I recently had the opportunity to stand on a beautiful mountain as the sun came up, and I got to see in the vista, I could see more than 1,000 mountain peaks, more than 1,000, far as the eye could see. And the thought came to me, this is what 7K is. It's an endless opportunity for tens of thousands, if not millions of households around the world to have a brighter day. Where are we going? We're going to change the world.
Yep, we are. And that's how I feel about this. And interestingly, there was a pastor in the US, Pastor Shane, and he's recently become executive gold. And he said the thing that he loves about this company is the fact that he's changing people's lives and that it changes people's lives, this platform. He's got 20,000 people in his congregation. And the thing that he loves about it is he's seeing people thrive and really succeed with this platform. So yeah, it definitely works. Yeah. So how do we make it easy? So at 7K, we offer 3 main ways to build your legacy through collectibles. So there's the monthly auto saver, which gives you a zero discipline approach to automate your asset stacking. You've got multiple collections to choose from in gold and silver. They're all low mintage, rare, special collection, or exclusive to 7K, and you can set it and forget it and watch your stack grow month after month. So I think that the collectibles market is something that takes a little while to get your head around. So I've actually got a video to share with it because they can explain it better than I can. Here it is.
The collectible market has proven to be a robust way for wealthy families around the world to not only protect, but also grow their wealth, and more importantly, their legacy. A collectible usually has to be rare or low mintage, has to have unique or artistic designs, a great story, or have historic significance. So if you look at the paper this amazing Spider-Man comic book from 1962 is printed on, it's only worth a couple of dollars. In 2021, this comic book sold for a record $3.6 million. The person or family that bought this book was not buying the paper. They were buying the emotion, art, rarity, story, and other things they found valuable about this book. In fact, most wealthy families that are playing the collectibles game are doing it not only for their financial protection or gain, but also to preserve their family legacy. If you look at the top 5 places wealthy families turned in order to protect and grow their wealth during the financial crisis of 2008, you will see that 3 of the 5 things are collectible in some way. And the other 2, sound money. Unfortunately, not many families have an extra $1 million or 2 laying around to buy high-end collectibles, nor would they even know where to start. But 7K is bridging the gap so that the average family can start playing the game with rare, unique, but also affordable collectibles through modern coins. In 2004, a coin called Tiffany Art No. 1 hit the market for about $90. Now, $90 doesn't seem unreasonable for the average family to scrape together in order to add this incredible coin to their wealth portfolio. Today, though, if you wanted to go buy this same coin, it would cost you at least $8,000. But the metal in the coin is only worth roughly $50 today. The additional value in the coin is due to the rarity, story, beauty, or whatever else a potential buyer finds to be valuable. That is the added leverage or offense collectibles can add to a wealth portfolio.
So I think that explains it pretty well. And I
You-
love the collectibles. I've got this beautiful Egyptian coin. Isn't it
Mm.
gorgeous? And so, this is actually an ounce of silver. Actually, it might be a bit less than that. But because it's so beautiful, and minted and rare, low mintage, the value of it will hold and likely increase over time.
Can
Obviously.
you still see me, Fee?
Yep.
That's a kilo of silver there, right?
Okay.
And it just got me thinking watching that. Like, I remember, my grandfather giving me these coins years ago, all these old coins from back in the day, and they'd be worth a fortune now. But this funny money they print, especially the US dollar, like they've, quantitative easing, they've been doing since the last financial crash, just printing. And America's started going to head to hyperinflation. America's going to go the way of Weimar Republic. So there'll come a day where you'll need a wheelbarrow of cash to fill up your truck, and then obviously the central bank digital currencies will come in and replace that. But this precious metals are in a league of their own.
They're insurance. They're absolutely insurance for your wealth, to store your wealth. So to get your money out of the banks and out of the fiat dollars and into precious metals is just a key strategy to help us transition through this time. And I know that these silver eagles, the ones that were minted from 1986 to 2000, they're all now worth between $1,000 and $12,000 each. So,
And what were they worth back then?
Well, I don't know, but that's certainly not that. But I know that's what they're worth now. There's a website that tracks the value of things, and we've also
That's to know. Yeah, go on.
Stack and Sell is another 7K platform where you can put in the coins that you've purchased and see what the current value of them is there now as well. So you can watch them grow in value.
I think speaking from experience, I was crypto trading for quite a while at the start of COVID when I lost my job, and I was doing quite well during the bull market, but I ended up getting wiped out pretty heavily with crypto at one point when things crashed. But particularly during the floods, as you'd know, because I know you're in the region, cash became king. All the crypto in the world didn't mean a thing because we had major power outages, and then not only that, all the ATMs went down. Right. And so the ability to transact with physical things like precious metals, and obviously in this country, cash is still pretty strong, but who knows for how long. But precious metals, the ability to transact peer-to-peer within our community with precious metals is certainly very appealing. Makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely. That's why I've got a stash of these, just 1 ounce plain silver coins as well to be able to transact with. And then the legacy that we create is through the collector coins. These are the ones that you hang on to and that you keep as a legacy for your children and your families. Yeah.
Just a comment here, the BRICS nations, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, they're backing their currencies with rare earth metals as well. Someone's saying here on an iPhone. It's going to be the QFS, in my understanding. What's QFS? Quantum Financial System, yeah?
Yeah, I think I do know a little bit about that, but not much really.
No, let's stick to gold and silver for now.
Yeah.
I'm easily distracted.
All right, so here is, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the comp plan. So basically, when we share the platform, share the wallet, and encourage other people to stack silver, we can earn points and then we can get paid. So a lot of people are, right now struggling financially. The cost of living is going up. It would be really helpful for everyone just to have that second income, diversify your income streams, and actually earn a little bit on the side to help with the cost of living. So this is just going to be a little video that explains a little bit about the comp plan.
Sure.
So you want to learn more about how you get paid from sharing? Smart. There's nothing worse than the emotional pressure of not having enough money to pay the bills or be able to live the life of contribution. So right now, I'm going to show you how your life is about to change financially forever. It's super simple, and it goes like this. Our standard annual membership is $199, and our premium annual membership is $499. You can't go wrong with either of them. When you refer your first 2 memberships, you'll immediately have 2 teams and will now be qualified to earn commissions. So for simplicity, let's call them the right team and the left team. Every time a standard membership is purchased in your organization, you earn 50 rewards points, and a premium membership earns you 150 rewards points. In order to get paid, you'll need to accumulate 500 rewards points on your right team and 500 rewards points on your left team to earn a $500 commission check. For those who really want to make an impact and some serious income, we have different levels of achievement. And the higher your level of achievement, the higher your check. When you achieve.
So that kind of gives the basics of it. I will correct it though. They've actually reduced it to 250 points on each side in order to actually get a $250 check or payment. And this is all in US dollars. So for an associate.
Sorry to jump in real quick. Let's say you receive that commission in USD. Are you able to push that commission into precious metals within the platform?
Absolutely. That's what I just did with my last commission. So
That's
in
what
the
I
Sound Money
thought.
wallet. So yeah, it comes into the Sound Money wallet and then you put it into silver there, and then you can have it shipped to you in silver. Or if you need the cash, you can take it out with your Visa 7K debit card.
Wow.
Great.
So, jet skis, baby.
That's it. So as an associate, you just need one on the left and one on the right, and that makes you eligible to earn up to $500 per week. But of course, we've got to build the volume of the points coming through from people who are actually joining as members, and also people stacking coins, because each coin that someone purchases, you get 15 points for as well. And that does vary depending on which product they purchase, but the minimum or the standard one is 15 points. So anyone in that team then is actually eligible to receive that 15 points, which is basically the profit share of those collector coins as they get purchased each month.
So just to clarify here, so this bronze level that you're talking about, that would be sort of like life-changing for most people, you know, as a family additional income. How does someone achieve something like that?
So basically, it's just about the community working together and sharing the platform and encouraging others to stack silver. And eventually, when we've got enough people purchasing a silver coin every month, you build up enough points to then get to that level. But the beautiful thing, as the founder said in the video, is that I can't become a bronze unless I've got several coppers that I've created, you know, with my team. So we basically are all working together to share the platform, and we're all thriving together. And it's really no ego. It's about everyone helping each other. And, you know, and I've got lots of people coming to my presentations that I do regularly from, you know, lots of different teams around Australia and New Zealand as well. So, you know, and we're all just here to work together to really help each other thrive. And that's what I love about this company and this business.
Well, I like it. And I'm just being, you know, obviously I haven't done a whole bunch of research or anything, but I like it because, how can I say, even if someone isn't necessarily building a business per se, they're building their assets, they're saving they're building a precious metal portfolio, if you will, which is very, very powerful. I see a lot of these things come and go, and the average person can't necessarily build a business because they can't sell someone's wellness shake. You know, they're struggling to sell this wellness shake. They've got wellness shakes piled to the freaking roof, and they can't get rid of them. They can't give them away. Whereas and the fucking wellness shakes, excuse my French, but the wellness shakes have no value on their own, stack up in the garage. But if you're stacking silver, days.
That's why it's a win-win. It's the next level. You know? This
is very clever. Okay.
It is. Okay. And it's working. And there are whole communities in Hawaii, in the US, and in Australia. We're building, it's happening, you know. So, you know, we're all starting to generate enough interest, but it does take building awareness, and it's not a quick fix. You know, people need to be stacking the coins every month in order to be actually generating enough points to then generate that income. So do need to work together for that.
Yeah, and look, that's what this whole community is all about, you know. I guess a couple of questions to ask. Let me know if you want to park this question till later, if you just want to keep going. But I would love to know about the legalities in Australia, if it's been through ASIC, or if it has to go through ASIC or anything like that, so we can either cover that now or park that till later.
I think let's park that till later. I'm not sure on the answer to that one. That's a bit of a curly one for me. And particularly also the tax implications, you know, and when you're receiving, I guess, a foreign income, you know, which kind of can get offset by the cost of the coins, particularly if you're sharing the platform. So, you know, I mean, I'm not a tax expert. It's something you definitely need to speak to your accountant about. But it is a US-based company. I know that they follow all of the regulations, you know, that they need to there, and they've definitely got all of the insurance covered and all of that sort of.
Right. So, because I know the US is the most stringent regulatory, has the most stringent regulatory bodies. I know a lot of these sorts, but I remember there was someone pitching me one, and that was the one market they just could not get opened in. So if they're opened and approved in US by the who's it called, the what's the commission? It'll come to me. But anyway, that's so basically you would be an Australian customer to a US company.
That's it. Yep. But they are planning on opening a vault here so that we don't have
SEC.
to-
Thanks, Cole. The SEC, a security. What are the Security Exchange Commission? That's right.
Yeah, great.
Okay, go on. So they are planning to open a vault here. Okay, that's further down the track. Sorry, B, continue. My mind's going
Great.
100 miles an hour.
I'm actually nearly there. So one part of the membership that you get when you join is that there is lots of training, buyer certification training along with other training so that you can learn about gold and silver and why fiat currency is failing and why you shouldn't save it, why governments and large institutions are the biggest buyers of gold and silver. So there's some really great training in the available to members as well if you want to get in and learn more about it. And then this is the details about the membership. So this is in US dollars, 199 US dollars, which is about 300 Australian dollars is the entry for your standard membership. And then if you did want to do this as a home-based business, you can go for the premium membership and you get a few extras there. And that's 499 US dollars. So about $770 Australian. The main difference being that you've got some premium training, a wealth systems app that you can use to share the platform more easily, and premium business reporting tools in the back office. But essentially both memberships give you access to the Sound Money wallet, the stack and sell, the coin drops, and also that commission structure. So if you do choose to share the platform, you are definitely still eligible for the commissions and you get all that great training as well.
So can we just cover that again? So on both memberships, are you able to refer people and earn commissions?
Absolutely. Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And that's why it's, I mean, even if you start on a standard membership and then you find it's really working for you, you can upgrade to the premium membership down the track if you want to.
Does the standard membership receive a lower level of commission than the premium membership?
Just the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why the entry level is so, affordable, I think, for people to jump on board. And, as I said, it's only one on each side. So 2 people, in your teams, and then you're eligible to receive commissions. Obviously, it's important that each person that joins with you finds 2 people as well, so that we can build the points and stack silver so that we can all benefit from those.
I think, if you were selling a wellness shake versus someone, asking someone if they're interested in gold and silver, I know which conversation's a lot easier. I'm sure every single person knows 2 people who are concerned about the banking fraud, the world's largest Ponzi scheme of all time, fractional reserve banking, hyperinflation, central bank digital. Like, it's easy to talk to 2 people. So I think that's pretty powerful.
Exactly. And it's actually helping people. This is here to help us, And so for me, I'm so passionate about sharing it because I actually believe it's helping us and it's helping the people I'm sharing it with. So I'm so comfortable to do that. And that's why I'm doing regular presentations, because I know some people do feel a little uncomfortable about talking to others about, stuff, but all you got to do is send them to the presentations that we're doing. And then, it just makes it easier for people, because I really enjoy sharing it and explaining it to people. So
yeah, you're doing a great job.
Thank you. So these are the recurring members benefits. So you can unbank yourself with a Sound Money wallet, and I'm only keeping in the bank what I need to cover my mortgage and my bills. The rest I'm putting into Sound Money wallet or precious metals in my hand, because that's keeping, protecting your wealth. You've got dealer direct prices with member benefits. There's first member access to discounted, rare and exclusively crafted coins in the regular coin drops. You can buy and sell your collectibles through the 7K community groups. There's that auto saver, the wealth accumulation strategy, which helps us to just, because I never remember to save anything, but because you're actually buying a coin every month, it gets posted to you, you're actually, automatically saving. And some members have said that's their favorite part about this whole platform, because it's forced saving. It's great. What's automatic saving. But it isn't, I should also point out, you're not obligated to buy that coin every month if you don't want to. If you're having a month where your bills are tight, or you haven't got a commission yet, then you don't have to buy the coin every month, but it is definitely recommended for this to work, that we all definitely, stack those coins every month.
Okay, so just to clarify, so there's an ongoing, I guess, suggestion as part of the model that you're buying a collector coin ongoing each month.
Yes.
But it's not obligatory. You don't have to keep doing that. Okay, because normally what happens with, let's use the wellness shake, for example, you've got a garage full of wellness shake and you've got to keep buying it to stay active within the business. So you're saying that you don't have to purchase that each month?
Well, to stay active to receive commissions, you do, but
Right.
to just have access to the Sound Money wallet and to purchase the coins, you don't.
Okay, that makes sense, because
I'm
if you're
glad
not
you clarified that.
yeah, if you're not contributing, well, then it would make sense to dip into the revenue pool.
That's right.
What else was I going to ask you? Let's say, and this is probably getting a little bit technical, but let's say you have a network of customers that you've referred, and for whatever reason you can't make your contribution for that month and buy your coin. Do your commissions that you've missed out on, do they accrue until later, or do they sort of flush through?
They accrue for a while, but they will flush through if you don't remain active. I think it's 30 days.
Okay.
Yeah, but so it is important to stay active, but even joining a new member means that you actually would be staying active, because you're still generating points in the system. But the points do accrue. And to be honest, I actually didn't actively promote this business for a while, because I got distracted and, I didn't see the vision initially. And so, for about 8 or 9 months, I wasn't actively doing anything, but I still accrued points. And then I got a commission, and then I realized, oh my goodness, this is actually really work. This is a solution. So, if I actually tried, maybe I can do much more with it. And I have, and it's really working now. So, yeah, I'm essentially, getting my coins for free at this point, because, because of the amount of commissions that I've generated.
Yeah, that you're referring, and you might have already covered this, but I'll ask again if that's okay. What was the minimum requirement a month to remain active?
Okay, so this is the next slide.
Oh, perfect.
What a great segue, Dave.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so the Eagle State label is $115 and then it goes through to $179. So you just choose one of these, and you can switch it out and switch whichever one. So that's in US dollars, so about 150 Australian dollars, and you can bundle the shipping over 3 months and have them all sent in one hit every 3 months. So it's about $20 worth of shipping. So that's kind of how much a coin costs, and remembering that we're all sharing in the profit from these coins as they get stacked. Yeah,
I love the look of the coins too.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah, okay. So if you were looking at, say, the Eagle State label, that's obviously USD, the 115. That would translate to almost 200 Aussie. Let's call that $50 Aussie a week to invest there roughly. Yeah, and that's a cost of business essentially that you're saving.
Yep. And
that
then
you actually own, which can appreciate in value. Very clever.
Right, exactly. And then as more people stack, silver in your teams, then eventually you generate enough points to then go into that cash part of the Sound Money wallet, and then the coin costs come straight out of there if you choose to leave it in that cash portion of the Sound
Can we do like a collector's coin with a jet ski on it that the trolls can buy?
That would be cool.
Jet ski coin. We'll put my head on a jet ski on a coin. The trolls will love it.
Love it. Oh, great. So basically now you just need to decide, I want to become a member and get access to the Sound Money wallet. You can choose if you want interested in the part-time income to jump in and start sharing. And I really only do 5 to 10 hours a week on this. I do, a couple of presentations a week and just a few posts to get people to come to those presentations. Or if you're interested in a full-time income, then you can take it seriously, craft your biz skills and build a team for a full-time income potential. And there are many people who are doing that and really benefiting from that effort that they're putting in. But it does take effort. It's not something that's going to just come handed to you on a platter, unless you're like Pastor Shane, who's got 20,000 people in his congregation, and you know, they all work together. And I'm hoping that that's what we can do with this community, Dave, you know, is to get everybody working together with this platform.
Well, I've seen what happens, right? I remember there was a company years ago, and they had enormous momentum, and they had started small. And what happened was that there were literally hundreds and then thousands of people on these calls. And so what happened was that when someone just joined a call with thousands of people on there, they were already like, whatever's going on, I need to be part of it. You know, and that's, you know, when you say that there's only a few hundred people already involved in Australia, it sounds like the timing is really good, actually. Like the early bird catches the worm. You know, I just like to be really looking, if everything you've shown me makes sense. Nothing in life is risk-free. The banks are not even risk-free anymore, for crying out loud. Like, they're probably extremely high risk. Try and get your money out of the bank, it's like extremely hard. So, and I saw a couple of people's comments come in there saying, oh, is this a pyramid? Well, you know what? The bank's the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time. That's why they're locking up people's cash, because they can't rob Peter to pay Paul anymore. They're running out of liquidity. So I think this is really important that people shift their mindsets around that. But I think, especially in light of what's happened, you know, with myself promoting a foundation when I was doing the flood works that wasn't fully sanctioned, I think I have a real duty of care to look very thoroughly into any sort of legalities that we may have to, you know, look into as well. Is there anything that you could say on that at this stage, Fiona?
There really isn't, but I can definitely get back to you on that. You know, Cole, who I think mentioned, you know, he's been in the business a lot longer than I have, so he may be able to shed some light on that for us, and maybe in the chat, Cole, if you're still here, if you can shed some light on the legalities, how that operates in Australia, then that would be amazing. But in the meantime, I've just got 2 more slides, I think.
Sure, please do.
And that
Go ahead. You've got my attention 100%.
Great. So basically, this is like the income disclosure statement. I love the transparency of this company. When you reach an associate rank, so you've got 1 on each side, the average income earning is $554 US per month for those people who have reached that rank. So, you know, it's not, you're not going to get that $500 a week automatically straight away. It takes time to build the momentum of the points that accrue over time. And so this kind of gives you a bit of an indication at the different levels, how much the average earnings have been at that time. But I think this has probably gone up, because these were from 2020 to 2022. Yeah, so, but that just gives you an indication, and then that's it. You know, but
sorry, can we go back a slide there? I saw some good dollar signs there. I saw lots of jet skis. I saw some if we could, and I know we don't want to like obviously be enticing, but there's obviously at the higher end of levels like gold, silver, bronze, yeah, there's some very significant incomes there. Look, I have a friend living here in Pottsville who's involved with a business model. He's making outrageous money a month, you know, outrageous. We're talking over $100,000 a month. I've seen it happen for people who are getting the right thing at the right time and do incredibly well.
And this definitely has the potential to do that. There is no doubt about that. And but for me, like as a social worker, I just want to get people to that $500 a week, you know, if I can, because that just makes a huge difference.
Oh, life-changing
for everybody. So, you know, that's why I'm really passionate about this.
Yeah, no, and I think it's really important to be very I guess realistic with things, but $500 takes a lot of pressure off, you know. That covers my rent. That covers well, my rent's a little bit more than that, but you know what I mean.
Well, that's US dollars though, 770 Australian dollars.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, absolutely. But this is a way that we can push back against the system that's failed us and you know, and really rise. And because of the mandates, and I lost my social work job, you know, I don't want to go back to that now. You know, I'm moving forward and transitioning into a new way of being, a new mindset, a new way of thinking. And this model is actually doing that, you know, I think for humanity. So that's why I think it really will fly. It is flying.
Yeah, you know what I love, Fia? I can see your authenticity. I can see that you're not selling, you're just sharing from the heart, which is really beautiful. how do we get in touch with you for more Q&A? And for those people out there who want to get started, how do they get started with you?
Okay, so we've got a Telegram group, and what I would probably suggest is just to join that, and then you can join the chat and we can connect through that way. I'm actually Fee Love on Telegram, and you can email me or message me directly. And then basically I just need your email address, and we send you a link and get you hooked in to being a member. And of course, then you get access to the back of house. We've got a whole onboarding process, lots of links, lots of information to share for those who do want to join. And if you do or not want to share, it doesn't really matter. You know, I think it's just, you know, having access to that Sound Money wallet is a game changer to, you know, to help people, you know, in this time. So
yeah, look, the thing is that we've got to do something.
We do.
You know what I mean? Like, because they're just going to roll out their agenda, and if we just sit back complaining about it, nothing changes. So I'm so open-minded when it comes to these things, but I'm also obviously, you know, a little bit once bitten, twice shy. I've got to be, you know, got a bit of stuff going on at the moment. But I think everything you showed us looks really, really solid, and the concept makes so much sense. If you could put your Telegram details in the chat, so
Okay,
everyone can find you.
Harry, are you still on the call? Can you put the Telegram link in, please? Because I actually can't. I'm still a little bit untech savvy. And Kerry Lee, my beautiful colleague who I normally present with, I think she's on the call, and I know that she did share with me how to do that. Maybe if I stop sharing, then I can get to my other screen. Yes, and then find how to do it.
That's all right. We'll get it in there, and if you send it to me, if you just send it to me, I'll post it in my Telegram. That's okay.
All right, that'd be good.
Yeah, I'll post it in my Telegram. So I am.
I've got it.
Oh, you got it. Fantastic.
There we go.
Love your work. So let's talk some more. I'm very, very, very interested. I think it looks great. You've done a great job, Fee. And I just look, everyone out there, you know, whether you like him or not, I just listened to something from Andrew Tate before, and he's just like, we need to fucking do whatever we need to do to brace ourselves for the financial apocalypse that's coming. If you're dependent on one income, if you're dependent on a job or an industry, we know the next boogeyman is coming.
We do.
And if you want to be mandated and pin-cushioned just to feed your family and pay your mortgage, like, good luck with that. If you think things are a pyramid scheme or it's a MLM and you want to run for the hills, that's fine. Run to your job, get poked 5 times, and then suffocate yourself at your job all day. You know what? I am so open to this sort of thing right now. The other one that I'm launching as well is incredibly powerful. I'll launch that tomorrow night. But you've got to have more than one, as far as I'm concerned. And you've got to have skills, and you've got to have as many things covered as possible. And I think you've done that incredibly well, Fee, tonight. I really, really thank you for your time, and thank you for reaching out.
Thank you.
And we have, you know, our first little call community here of 50 people who are the first to see this. So I would say, if you're on this call tonight, count yourself lucky. We might just be in the right place at the right time, folks. Maybe you've been waiting for your ship to sail in. Maybe you've been praying for something. I'm not saying this is it, but it just might be. You know, it just might be. And, you know, we have a Telegram channel of 60,000. We have a Facebook page of 60,000 as well, and an Instagram page of 15,000. Maybe we'll be the people to blow the hell out of this thing. And I'll tell you what, if I ever made that sort of money like they showed on the income disclosure statement, you won't see me, you know, you won't see me in Ferraris. You might see me on a jet ski, but I'm all about the community. You know, I'm all about giving back. You know, out in the Pacific Ocean here, there is this patch of plastic, apparently the size of France, right, in the Pacific Ocean. And I would love to be able to make this huge, big ship with a big front end loader on it and just scoop it all up and get it out of there. I don't know if you saw my video earlier today. I was surfing and I was being circled by this dolphin, you know, and just how beautiful this world is. And people need to understand that we need the right people with the money. Because what's happening right now is these monsters like freaking Bill Gates, these eugenicist monsters have all the wealth, and we've got to start doing things to start taking some of it back. Because if we don't have it, we're fuckety fucked, you know. So I'm all ears. I love your work, Fee. I think everyone on this community, we have a responsibility to ourselves to look at this and consider it properly and think outside the box, because I know the next boogeyman's around the corner.
Mhm.
And even in, you know what, you might just be in a 15-minute city with your little online business, then you make a fortune and you're off. Who knows? Awesome, Fee. Thanks so much. We'll see you in the Telegram chat, hey?
Yeah, great. Thank you. Look forward to it.
Thanks to everyone who's been listening tonight. Thank you for being part of the community. And Thursday night, we have another call coming up. I don't know if you know a guy by the name of Dean Casal. Dean is the bicarb specialist, teaches you how to alkalize your body or get your body into a slightly alkaline state to neutralize acidity and cancers and all sorts of stuff. Dean is the legend. So stick around Thursday night, folks. Yeah, someone just said there in the comments, Dean is great. Dean is awesome. You don't want to miss Thursday night's call. Health, wealth, solutions, community. Let's go, guys. Awesome job, Fee. And we'll see you all soon.
Thanks,
Bye
Dave.
for now. See you guys. Good night.
See you.